So I'm going to start with the last page of this sketchbook from the last video, and these were some of the colours that I was playing around with, and I felt that the palette was really cool, so as in cool toned, so I tried to make it a little bit warmer, and I wasn't sure whether it was because these colours were straight out from the paint tube, so I tried mixing my paint, and then the red I was okay with, but it was the green that I wanted to make a little bit warmer, which I managed to do. But then I realised, looking back now, the colours that I've mixed with the same brand kind of made pretty similar colours. I guess the variation is a little bit more to what I enjoy and what I like. Maybe because it's the second time playing around with it, so I'm able to understand like what to mix to make more variations. And then I wanted to try it out digitally, following my curiosity from the last video. I started to do some doodles in like the colours that I've chosen, and then I thought, oh, I wonder what it's like to kind of do this exercise on Procreate with the same colours, and this is how it looks like. And with this, I feel that I have more control with the iPad if I'm like playing around with colours, exactly how much I want to mix, whether I want it to be a lighter shade or a darker shade. And I think that's like a great advantage to digital painting, but there's less variations. I feel that with traditional, there's like less control. When I dab something in, the paint it's got its own life, it does what it wants to do. There might be a bit more water, a bit more paint. The colour could like dry differently to how I place it on when it's wet. Whereas with the digital painting, I had to actually close the curtains to actually see the screen. It feels like I'm just like kept in the dark a bit. I found with digital, it was really literally down to me. I had full control. The colours that I was choosing, if I didn't like something, I can undo it. It's an unlimited supply. I can always like pick that colour again and use it for other projects. Whereas the process of paint, clean it afterwards or somehow find a way to preserve it, and the colours are limited. Unless I measure everything that I do, I wouldn't be able to get the exact same colour again. So those are the differences that I found when I was doing digital compared to like paint. But this process really reminded me of, you know, when you take a photo on the phone and it's not in an album, and I really missed that like flip through like what it is that I've done. So I decided to actually print it out and stick it into my sketchbook. So I also played around with some doodles. I really liked this sketch. What I did was I took a photo of my doodles over here, put it onto iPad, and it was this lady, it was this girl over here that I really liked, and I tried to draw that type of vibe and see what that looks like on digital. This was the first attempt, the second, the third, and then the fourth. Just playing around with different textures, different brushes. I don't think they vary too much. I definitely love the feeling of this sketch, the pencil, the delicacy of it. So it's something that I feel like I need to play around with a little bit more. And then I took this sketch over here and turned it and then painted it on digital as well. I really like how there's just like an unlimited amount of what you can do using the same reference image on digital, whereas like with traditional, like once you put that paint down, that's it, like it's either gonna ruin it. I feel less pressure to give things a go, knowing that there is a back button, or I can save a duplicate at a certain stage and then go back on certain things. I absolutely love playing with this right now. It is just a lot less messier, and the idea of not having to clean up afterwards is giving me so much joy. But there's just something really beautiful about letting the materials do what it wants to do with traditional. So I'm a bit mixed at the moment. This is all still module 5, and then for module 6 we play a lot. We do a lot of art club. So for those who doesn't know, a group called Good Ship Illustration, they have like a art club. These were all done with lots of art club sessions. So we played around with collage, negative space, drawing with 2 hands, continuous line, draw under a box. Well, for my case I drew under a bag, and playing around with portraits. But yeah, this one is actually my favourite when I turn it upside down. So that was pretty fun. And then this was drawing on our heads. Do you need potty?
Yes?
No.
This is my
Okay. Surprisingly, I really enjoyed, I really like the look of these. By doing these exercises, I feel like there's literally no pressure to make things look exactly the same or have it perfect. It's all experimental and I just love it. There's a couple of more art clubs that I need to go through. I think I've done about 10 here. There's like 13 in total. The next one is going to be about drawing with sticks. This week I also went to a meetup. The group had bought some kettles and some old tins. I chose this tin to draw, and it was just really nice to get out, chat, meet up with other people who are interested in drawing. It was like really fun just to get out there and just meet people in real life and just draw together. Yeah, and that's my week so far. But how is it July already? I really hope you are having a lovely week so far, and I'll keep you lot updated next week.